Hi, Neepa.
Hey Karen,
How are
can
you
you hear
today?
me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, perfect. How are you?
I'm good. Good, good. We have a good topic today.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's probably more complicated than most of us think.
Yes, true, true. And I have seen those who are going through divorce, they also sometimes cannot think through until
Mhm.
they're actually into it, they're trapped into it. And then they're like, oh, I need some solution. And then you try to find solution or reach out to people. And what happens, sometimes it's late for those who really want to help you. So
Mhm. I
that's
think that's why
something
it's important to
true.
have some awareness that this happens. You know, my sister married somebody overseas, but didn't become a permanent citizen for five
Okay.
years. So I guess that, if something happened in that 5 years, she would have been in that situation where what can you do? So do you want to tell us what some of the biggest things or the challenges you see with people that are just visa dependent?
Sure. So yeah, so our today's topic is like if you are a dependent
Mm-hmm.
spouse, that
Mm-hmm.
means you are in a visa status, which is a dependent spouse visa status. And a lot of people have questions that, okay, now what if I go for divorce? How will I be able to remain in this country after my divorce? And the general reaction or response is, oh, you cannot.
Mm-hmm.
But there are options. But my first point I would say is educate yourself. Even if you are your situation is going well, but even if you have 1% situation or doubt that you may need this, educate yourself beforehand, check your options, and then so you are prepared, you are aware about, so for example, when you are independent spouse visa, so there are option under VAWA Act, which is Violence for Women Act, or it's not required that everybody is going through violence and abuse, but there are other options as well, right? Like, can you convert it into student visa if you have if you're planning to study further, or are there any other work permit available to you during this time, because now you are changing your status? Does USCIS give you an option? Or so it all depends upon what is your spouse's citizenship status as well. Some options are available only to the spouses who are citizen of USA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or some options are available for the non-immigrant, meaning those who are here in this country temporarily. So, and there are some options which are based solely on your abuse, who are really, really abused or under violence, and the government look at their situation, and then there are options too. So my point is, of course, not an immigration lawyer, so I
Mm-hmm.
cannot give you all the options, but my point is there are multiple options for you to remain in this country. It's not that complete no. There are options. So educate yourself and know what are your options, what you are eligible for, what are your possibility based on your situation, and see what you can do. So when you are into that situation, you are mentally and logistically prepared to take your step. You are not like then in the situation, oh my god, now what? So that's something very important. I always recommend my clients to be educated about.
Yeah, that's same would be the most one of the most important parts. So what you're saying is that you can have other type of visas to make
Yes.
sure that you can stay in the country. Is it complicated any way with having children? Like, does that make it harder or easier or
Yeah. So one or two type of visa also there may, if you have a citizen children, then again you have some I would say either options or situations where your immigration attorney can help you based on citizen children. Citizen children meaning kids who are US citizen. You are not, but your kids are US citizen now. Then also you may have some options or different options that can help you or that can change your situation. Yes, so it
okay?
is also there. So that's why, and that's why I come to the third point, that please reach out to the experts who have experience handling such situation. It could be immigration attorney or someone else based on your situation, but please
Hmm.
reach out, consult them. It's okay to spend some, like, couple of bucks there, because that's your investment for your long run. It's like when we go to the doctor says, hey, you have this problem, and then we can't say that, oh, I don't want to spend, and I'll live with my fracture. No, you pay for it for your health.
Hmm.
This is also for your healthy future. So I recommend, if you think you are in that situation, if you think you have options, please reach out, do your due diligence, consult immigration lawyers who are experienced in it, because some lawyers work only for business visa or something, some actually work on family visa status. So there are some immigration lawyers who actually have good experience it. And this is my job now with my clients, to find out the right attorney for them, to
Hmm.
connect them and see, okay, these are the options. Now what is best for you to move on?
Would you recommend, Neepa, that they see a divorce lawyer or whatever, mediator, whatever their legal, and then immigration, or together?
I would say together. Why?
Hmm.
If you are in that situation, because both are parallel. If you go and check, ask your family attorney that, hey, I'm this situation, what can I do? Of course, they have expertise in your family law
Hmm.
matter, and you can't expect them to guide you through every single thing on immigration status. So their response could be, I don't know, or maybe go to the right immigration lawyer who can help you. Same way,
Hmm.
if you only go to the immigration lawyer, they don't know anything about the family matter, right? When I'm saying anything, they are not expert working on that. So better to have it work with them parallelly or based on your situation. That definitely
Yeah.
helps.
Is there ever some major other problems that come up with this that you want to talk about?
Yeah. So other problems is like, all these visa status are not easy to convert, right?
Mm.
It takes its own time. It has also something that you need to get approval for, you need to be eligible for. Like, for example, there are U visa, so there's a long wait of for three to 4 years. Then you
Mm.
have to you can get that kind of. So until then, I think, you, if I'm not wrong, you can stay or live in this country, but you do not get that visa status until every process is complete. So that's why I always say, do your due diligence. Say, for example, you are eligible for 2 to 3 type of visa, right?
Hmm.
But what is best for you, that your immigration attorney would suggest.
Hmm.
So then work with them. Sometimes it's possible that during that period you may not travel out of the country. It's a possibility of the rule that, okay, during that trip you cannot travel out. Is that the question that you may need to ask your
Mm.
lawyer? Or sometimes you are on student visa. Most of the time people think of, okay, I'll convert to the student visa so that I can be here. So also for the student visa, there are some basic requirements. You are not just taking admission in any XYZ college. They may rebound too. So that's another question you need to ask, that, okay, I'm planning for student visa. That seems to be the best option for my situation. But then how I go about it, what I can do so that, I have the valid legible student visa. So my intention is not questioned by USCIS 1 year down the line,
Hmm.
that you took the student visa only because you wanted to remain in this country. You don't want that to happen, right?
Right.
So you need to ensure that you take every step diligently.
Yeah, that would seem very important.
Yes. Yes. Especially when you have kids here and you want to be here, you
Hmm.
don't want to come into that situation that you have to leave the country. So,
Have you had that where they've had to leave? Have you ever experienced that?
uh, not with my clients, but
Hmm.
in general, I have seen people do leave based on personal choice
Hmm.
as well. That,
Hmm.
okay, rather than looking at all these complications, I better go back to my home country. And if I want to come back, I may come on my own work permit or some other
Hmm.
options, to process again, so that I don't need to go through all this. But it's again depends on the situation.
Is there? like I know it's hard to ask this, but is there like the financial, like a estimated amount that it costs to get, like once this happens and you have to think about getting a visa and you have to go to, like, it can it get very expensive, or is it can be quite reasonable? Because divorce is already expensive enough. And I'm just wondering how much that, like, we want to be realistic and tell the viewers how much it actually may cost them estimate wise to get this
True.
done.
True. So let me be very open. I think it's a public forum,
Mm-hmm.
but I still that compared to family law attorney rates, comparatively
Mm-hmm.
immigration lawyer rates are less.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a general. I have seen this, So that's where you have less cost when you work with your immigration
Mm-hmm.
attorneys. But at the same time, what visa status you are trying to get depends on that as well. So honestly, I don't have much knowledge on
Mm-hmm.
exact expense because for different visa status it could be different. On some, the government helps you, right?
Right.
Because of violent situation on those visa. So I don't know the costing about that. I should not be the right person to say that, but I would definitely recommend checking that with your immigration attorney. So what I do with my clients that okay, when we connect, I connect them with the attorneys, the immigration lawyers. We sit down and list out all the questions, what based on the situation, what based on their
Mm-hmm.
preferences. We sit down and list down all the valid questions that they should be asking their lawyer, the immigration
Mm-hmm.
lawyer, for the consultation. So they clarify all these aspects of expenses. How long does it take? Can I travel back? What happens to my kids? Can I work during this time? Or is it something I need my spouse's help for this process? Everything we note down to ensure that they get all the questions answered so that they can take the right decision and take the right step for this.
And that would decrease anxiety,
Exactly.
right?
That's the purpose, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because why we are doing all this, that you don't want the same thing to be in your future. You want your future to be secure. And to
Mm-hmm.
secure what you need to do is something you need to plan back and prepare yourself for that. So yes, this is all to release your anxiety, boost up your confidence and clarity,
Mm-hmm.
what is best for
Which
you.
can help
Yes.
your path,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Because
Exactly.
divorce is tough enough. The more we know, the better we're equipped, the better
True.
we're prepared. And that's
Yes.
why you and I are in the business, right? So
Exactly.
um, I just want to ask if anybody has any questions for Neepa on this great topic. Um, if not, then we can DM either of us. If you want to give a little shout out to what you do, Neepa.
Uh, sure. I mean, you said where can I, can you repeat your question? I was just reading the comment. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
sorry. Yeah, there's I got very informative, and can you call me? I would like to ask questions and share information for referrals. Do you want to write this number down, Neepa? Maybe
Uh,
eight one
sure.
eight 968
818 9.
968
Uh-huh.
8586.
8586. Sure. Where is it? Okay, it's very informative. Okay, okay, I get it. I got it. Okay. Sure, I will. And you can also reach out to me if you have anything, any questions. You have my information through my Instagram. You can reach out to me for that too.
So we'll have Neepa back. We'll think of another great topic. This was
So
so informative. Oh,
I have
sorry.
one point very important I
Okay.
would like to mention, which I did not, which is apart from you trying your due diligence,
Hmm.
if your divorce is going to be amicable and your spouse is very supportive,
Hmm.
the best part you can do, and I have seen in one or two of my clients too, that spouse help you. So once you
Oh,
get through
mhm.
this process, they are always there to help you out. They are not in rush to take divorce or process it. They're like, okay, I help you to change your status, whatever it is, then we'll proceed for the divorce. So because the kids are involved as well, and kids want the mother or father,
Mhm.
so this is very important that you have an amicable discussion with your spouse. Involve your spouse is possible along with the immigration lawyer too, to help so that when the spouse is helping, your this process of becomes like very, very smooth, quick, easy, and you are in
Mm.
the best place. So I just wanted to add that.
No,
Sorry,
that's a
I
really
mean,
good point, right? Because if it can, any way it can make it easier,
mm-hmm.
the better it is, right?
Yeah,
So, and there are amicable divorces,
there
right?
are
Like,
many, many,
yeah,
yes, and I
everybody,
have seen people do that.
yeah, many people think it's all high conflict, and it's
No,
not. There's moderate conflict, right? But
true.
there's amicable-ish too, right?
It
So
is. It
good
is.
point, good point. So,
Especially for kids, they agree to do that, you know, and that, and sometimes I've seen immigration laws also motivate, encourage that you do this, so
mhm.
it's easy. It's more like helpful to them.
Yeah, because it's stressful enough to go through divorce, but it's stressful enough knowing mom or dad has a struggle of trying to stay into the country, right?
Yes, yes,
So it's
true,
very,
true.
very important to
Exactly,
have that
exactly.
conversation, to hope to have that conversation
Sure.
with your soon-to-be
Of
ex-spouse or
course.
ex-spouse. Yeah. So, okay, great. Well, we've done another great live Neepa, and you can DM Neepa at. You want to mention your website and
Sure.
stuff?
It's holisticdivorcejourney.com. Let me put it in the comment if
Mm-hmm.
possible. Mhm. Okay. I hope there is no spelling error, but yeah.
Holisticdivorcejourney.com is perfect.
Yeah. And you can reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook or through my website. I'll be happy to talk to you. I always have my free connection call
Mm-hmm.
to connect with you as well.
All right, great. And it's just Karen from Divorce Workshop. We'll be back with another live with Neepa, hopefully next month.
Yes.
And take care, everybody. Thanks, Neepa.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Karen. Bye.
Bye.